Hi guys, my name is Uriel and today we are playing the Lancaster Leak, O'Brien State Park. Now, this is part of a series. I think it's kind of like one of those like meta kind of games, analog horror games. Or maybe this one in particular is found footage. A found footage kind of game. But. Fun fact, I actually tried to record this a couple months ago. Like 5 times, several times. But it couldn't handle it because my feature model lagged really badly. It maxed out my CPU usage, my GPU usage. But since then, I have upgraded my CPU, and I've upgraded my CPU from an RTX 2070 Super to a RTX 4080 Super. I spent like 2,000 Canadian doubloons. So, I think my PC can handle this now. If it can't, well, that was a waste of money. But I am going to play, and you know what? I'm not just going to play it. I'm going to play it on very high settings. Because my PC should be able to handle it. But anyways, let's start. The following tape and many others were recovered by FBI intern Valerie Bardot and given to us. See, I played about like the first 10 minutes of the game. Leaving on the trace, she suddenly went missing at the end of her internship in Lancaster, California? Foul play suspected. Yeah, I'm so excited to finally know what this game is about because I had to stop recording after 10 minutes each time. So long as Valerie is missing, these tapes will continue to be leaked. We gave you a chance and this will be your last. How threatening. How threatening. I'm so excited to finally be able to play this game. I'm not gonna read this. You can read it yourself, but I am so excited. You don't even know. This is like a series, a whole series. I do want to play like all the games in it. I think each game has like a very different mechanic to it, but this one's more like found footagey. Anyways, I remember this game has a lot of reading, but some things just go by too fast and I can't read all. So I'll read as much as I can, but you might have to pause the video and read it for yourself because, like I said, it's a bit overwhelming how much word you'll see. Boom. You see that? Previously inhabited by both Dakota and Ojibwe tribes, it is now home to year-round camper and hikers. The park, along with other state parks up north, has experienced an increase in animal-like attacks. The cause was unknown until found footage of missing persons Brady Kaufman. You see that? I don't have enough time to read. On August 25th, 1988, Brady Kaufman, a 59-year-old male, visited O'Brien State Park unaccompanied. The subject's behavior during his visit was unusual, as he intermittently started recording at various times. Medical records revealed something. Subsequently, on August 26, the subject was reported as missing. His body was discovered on August 30th, and the recovered footage from his recording device will now be presented in chronological order, accompanied by annotations. There we go. Now, let's see. Looks good. My mod's not lagging, right? Wonderful. 10 p.m. The subject initiated recording. The reason for their sudden recording activity remains unknown. 10 p.m. The subject would occasionally zoom, mess with on certain objects. Let's zoom in this car. The subject turned right and went to the bathroom to shower. Alright. I can't run in this game. How unfortunate. But I guess it is fortunate because that means if I can't run, that means nothing's gonna chase me, right? Probably. Honestly, this reminds me a lot of my camping days too. In high school, I was very fortunate. My class got to go on a lot of camping trips. But because of that, I also know how scary it is to camp in the dark. And it's like when you need to go to the washroom and you have to like make the trek in the forest with nothing but a flashlight. Oh dear. All right. All right. But when I think my last camping trip though was probably in grade 12, and it was let's just say for the campsite, we didn't drive to the campsite. We kayaked to the campsite. So it was extremely isolated, and the only food we had was the food that we packed. It was but it was fun though. I liked it personally. But I would never do it alone. I would need a camp instructor to like guide me because I'm hopeless. Now, let's go to the washroom. Let's shower, or let's pee or poo or whatever. No? We're showering. Never mind, we're showering. Nice and steamy. Let's go in here. Wonderful. Of course, you want to stop recording. Why would you bring the camera like on there? You should put it in a locker. Pause 1. The subject stops filming to take a shower. It's estimated 10 minutes elapsed before the subject, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Understood. I don't know why you don't leave your camera, like, I don't know, in a locker. There's no locker. Just kidding. Oh, it's very dangerous to put a camera right in the shower. Aren't you afraid it's gonna get wet? I guess unless you put it in a plastic bag, but even then, that's kind of goofy. Now, we're gonna turn right again, and we're gonna go back. And it's gonna be great. Gonna be nice and calm. But yeah, I think we're good to go. My model's not lagging, because usually the point where my model lags is always the washroom scene for some reason. But I think we made it. I think we can finally enjoy this game in peace. That's not my place, right? Which is my place? Not that one. That's where the car went, I think. I'm so excited. I don't know what to expect. Is it gonna be like a murder mystery or a ghost or what? Like, I think this is my campsite, right? Is it? No, it's not. Whoopsies. This has also happened to me when I went camping in real life, where I would accidentally walk into someone else's campsite, and then I wouldn't recognize anything, and I'd be like, wait a minute. These are not my people. These are not my people. I'm so sorry. And I would just like awkwardly back off. Okay. Almost there. Here we go. Oh. Are you... Oh, I'm in the wrong campsite, aren't I? Oh, pause 2. Upon return to the campsite, an unknown figure stands near the subject's tent. Neither campground records nor witnesses recall seeing a white male of this profile. Why this person was here or who they are still remains unknown, but is not being actively pursued. Bro, isn't it like suspect number 1? The largest jump of times happened at the point, with estimated of 1 to 2 hours time elapsed. The recording resumes with the subject 2 miles in the Hardwood Hills loop. Why the subject started the hike is not relevant. Okay, sure. Okay. Let's go. Which way am I hiking? This way. I'm okay with hiking, to be honest. With hiking, I think it's like I get tired really easily, so if you hike with me, I'll need to sit down like every 10 minutes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a little out of shape because I've been just drawing instead of like working out. I used to do like a lot of like I love kayaking. I love going on walks, you know. Floor hockey is pretty fun as well. I did quite a bit of sports in high school, but once I got to university, I just got so busy that I kind of just stopped doing it altogether. But my stamina's pretty crappy. My stamina's always been kind of crappy. It's never really improved all that much. Despite in like high school, I won an award for like the best female physical education student. I probably won it because I was very eager and all smiley though. It was really funny seeing my friends' reaction because they were all shocked. They're like, dang, Uriel, out of all the awards to get, you got a PE award? Because I'm like infamous for being like my stamina sucks. I'm not a fast runner, but I have a good spirit. And I was pretty good at like, no, I wasn't. I was gonna say I was good at aiming. I was good at basketball, but something like soccer, I've never scored a soccer goal in my life. Even if you pit me against like a 12-year-old, I'd probably still lose. Mostly because I always seem to get hit in the face, whether it's it's a buck. So cute. But yeah, whether it's like a hockey puck or a volleyball or a softball, I've been hit with everything. Pickleball, tennis ball, basketball, soccer ball, even a frisbee that ain't a ball. I somehow managed to get hit with it. I've been hit with everything, man. I think the only thing I haven't been hit with is like, I don't know, what do you call the cricket ball? Is there even a ball in cricket? I've never played cricket in my life. I haven't played that though because I haven't encountered cricket yet. Look at this beautiful, beautiful river. It's gorgeous. All right, what am I expecting here? That is the sound of a buck, I think. I remember, or was it a moose? No, it wasn't a moose or a buck or something like that. But I remember they actually make that sound. Fun fact, they actually make that sound. It's really scary, but they actually make that sound in real life. So it's not like it's a ghost. It's definitely just a buck. Alright. Let's go. Shika, 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 shika. Where are you? You're not here? Okay. Well. This is a nice walk though. Just me. My thoughts. Why would you take a walk in the middle of the night? The deceased deer was killed by entity. Huh? Deceased? Deceased deer. Am I the deer? Oh, subject encountered deceased deer attacked by entity. The film abruptly ends after subject detects entity in vicinity. Ah, so that's how we're playing it, huh? Subject exhibits distress and flees off trail. Entity pursues subject and can be heard in proximity. Subject resumes filming approximately 4 minutes after pause. This marks the final pause. All right, we're going in. We're going in. So do the entities now, huh? The subject is audible for the first time, displaying emotions of fear. Where am I going, though? Why am I not running? Should give me the ability to run, man. The subject begins running shift as multiple sounds of entities surround him. Well, I'm so sorry, dude. I don't even know which way I'm running. See, this doesn't sound like an entity, though. It does sound like a buck. But I suppose maybe the buck, or the entity just sounds like a buck, naturally. Well, we're just gonna run for it. It's okay. I'm glad I can run now. Also, you do sound a little cute. But I do not want to get my guts torn up. Wait, this is found footage. What am I talking about? I know the ending. I am gonna get my guts torn out. I'm gonna encounter the deer and he's gonna eat me. Who am I tripping? Who am I fooling? I know how this ends. We know how it ends. It literally says deceased. Why am I running? I know I'm gonna die anyways. There's no point in fighting fate. Alright, get me. Get me. I know that's how this ends. You can't scare me. If you know you're gonna die. Yeah. Oh. There you go. If you know you're gonna die, then... Oh! The subject struggles against entity, but gets away. The camera is severely damaged. Oh, right. There's probably gonna be flashing lights. Careful. Subject drops flashlight and then camera. It creates a shadow backdrop. Wonderful. Oh. He does look like a deer. The entity does look like a deer. What did I say? Subject blood creeps into frame. Thank you for the wonderful annotation. Distant entities can be heard. Dang, this entity is getting me. It's very greedy. They're not sharing. Like, if you're gonna eat me, at least share with your other people, you know? Like, there's a lot to share. Don't worry. End of tape. Randy Kaufman's death would occur over the next 5 minutes. The remaining footage has been cut short for viewer discretion. Additional entities can be heard and would later fight over the remains. The footage ends when the camera battery runs out. See? This is why you gotta share. Subject autopsy. Subject's remains were found scattered. Most flesh was consumed. The personal items remained intact. The public was told it was a random bear attack. Oh, and there's my bones. If you're gonna eat me, you should lick off all the blood. You should not waste food. Case relevance. The subject's film was the first footage captured of S0012. Ultimately, subject's footage provided the Bureau proof to extend funding in its special operations to contain entities. This case marks the first of many successful entity resolution programs. So is there justice? Oh, entity debrief. Wendigo. Alright, S00012. Risk severe. Contained abilities number 3. Has friend explore multiple? No, this is... Oh, Wendigos are creatures originated from Native American tribes of the Great Lakes region. The malevolent supernatural beings bring terror to the forest dwellers and are linked to numerous missing persons cases. Tall and emancipated looking, Wendigos bear antlers and... it's too fast for me. According to recent intelligence, there has been a notable resurgence of Wendigo, and their geographical distribution has now expanded southwards towards Minneapolis. Oh crap, that's in Canada. In response to the emerging threat, the Bureau was established a joint task force in collaboration with the Canadian CSIS to take immediate and decisive action. Okay, too fast. It's imperative to maintain strict operational security and keep the general public uninformed of these operations to prevent any unnecessary panic or interference. Great. Wonderful. Great. Oh, developer and author, Jeremy Fisher. The story doesn't end here. I know it doesn't. Read the associated no sleep story Reddit icon and menu. I work as a secretary at a small FBI office. A man in a pink poncho almost killed me. Consider joining the Discord or newsletter to know the release of the next game. Sure. I will... Oh, the Lancaster Leak Crisis at Call Center. I have that game downloaded too. I'll play it. I'm not gonna read the... Or actually, maybe I can. Maybe I will. How long is it? Let me think about this. Let me look for it first. All right, so I found the Reddit story, and I think I'm gonna read it after all. So I'm gonna put the link to the story in the description below so you can read along with me. And I'm going to read, but I'm gonna do it in a different way. I'm gonna try to be like one of those, those creepypasta channels who like have like scary music in the background, and they have like an image that's kind of spooky. I'm gonna try that. So, I hope you like it. Let me know what you think about it. All right, let's do it. Today was the tipping point. For months, I've been working as a secretary at a small FBI office in Lancaster, a sleepy town on the outskirts of Los Angeles. My job as a secretary includes what you'd expect: phone calls, donut deliveries, but also a constant need to redirect old people to the police department. Believe it or not, the bureau doesn't care that your neighbor's dog is constantly barking. Despite the monotony, I've come to appreciate the stability of my job, something I've desperately needed as I approach my late 20s. But today didn't include any of those things. Or maybe it did. That's the problem. I can't remember. I arrived at the office and fired up the hissing Keurig coffee machine. And the next thing I knew, I was waking up in a daze as my boss wished me a happy weekend. This wasn't just a momentary lapse in memory induced by a boring day. No, it was a complete blackout. Poof. Gone in an instant and transported 8 hours in the future. Strange things have been happening at the office for a while now, but they're becoming more frequent and severe. I haven't told anyone because I knew no one would believe me. But today, I've decided to share what's been going on, as I finally have some proof of the weird crap going on here. After rubbing my eyes deeply from what felt like a long summer, I checked my desk for any clues about what happened. I woke my computer from sleep, checking Outlook and Teams, before shifting my gaze to my second monitor. That's when I saw the Word document over 15 pages long, single-spaced. It was a detailed record of my activities, with timestamps down to the minute. The words on the page were familiar, but I couldn't remember typing them. As I read through the document, my heart raced faster with every line. I've summarized the document below and omitted timestamps that seem irrelevant. 10:45 a.m. There's an old man in a pink poncho sitting in the waiting room. I've asked him if he needed anything, but he's ignored me. His eyes are glued to the wall, as if he's waiting for something. Look, I've seen California crazy, but this is just bizarre. It's not even raining out. 10:50 a.m. The Barley twins swung by and took an exaggerated double take in an eerie unison motion. When I asked them what was wrong, they said, quote, "Just checking if the smoking hot chick is back." I told them what I've told them 1,000 times, that my temp job replacing the old secretary is now permanent. They chuckled at my annoyance as they walked away, their eyes lingering on me a little too long. I could hear them complaining about not getting a female replacement and that I'm just not fun. I rolled my eyes and went back to reading my novel. 11:03 a.m. I swear the old man in the pink poncho is looking at me. In my peripheral vision, I can see his dark, black eyes gazing at me. It's like he's studying me, waiting for me to make a move. But when I look up, he's back staring at the wall with an uncanny fixation. If he keeps it up, I'm going to have to ask him to leave. 12:35 p.m. The sound of a revving engine outside signaled the arrival of the FedEx driver yet again, demanding to know about the package. Irritation bubbled inside me at the relentless daily visits from this delivery person. I couldn't tell if it was some twisted prank from the Barley twins or if the driver was genuinely delusional. I told her no, that we never will have a package for her, and that she's frankly stupid for asking. She rolled her eyes, blew a bubble from her gum, and popped it before walking away. 12:36 p.m. The pink poncho man is gone. Jensen swooped by and caught me by surprise. He had that gleeful, childish smile on his face as he peered over my desk and asked, "What ya doing?" I could tell he didn't actually care, but I mustered up a response. Nothing, just cleaning out some... Hey, so did you see any packages come in? Or taken? Or any with the packages at all? He tapped his foot nervously on the floor. Right when I was about to respond, he cut me off once more, face pale and eyes twitching, searching for something behind me. Never mind, it's probably nothing. He wandered in an aimless direction behind me at a hurried pace. 1 p.m. I confronted the Barley twins while they were working. James had his feet up on his desk, lazily flipping through a magazine, while Tommy was intently focused on a game on his computer. I could feel my blood boil as I approached them. James looked up with a grin and spoke. "Hey, sweetheart, here to bring us coffee." "You two better stop with the whole package thing," I seethed. Jensen blew it. His acting sucks. You know better than to take advantage of our boss's innocence. And besides, this whole damn thing is too complicated. What's the point? James squinted his face in confusion. "Look, man, as much as I would like to take credit for whatever is bothering you, it ain't us. We're busy with work, just like you should be," Tommy joined and let out a playful wink. As I glared at them both, I couldn't discern if they were telling the truth. 1:14. I caught the FedEx driver trying to sneak past my desk. She had a hoodie up and obnoxious black sunglasses. I whistled at her and motioned with my hands for her to come over. She sighed at getting caught. Before she could speak, I shouted, "I don't have it, I don't want it, and I don't want anything to do with it. Got it?" 2:32 p.m. After enduring an hour-long meeting, I entered the bathroom and was hit by the putrid smell of urine and mold like a wall. I quickly scanned the 3 stalls, only to freeze when I saw the old man in the bright pink poncho standing in the middle one. My first thought was to leave and hold it, but my bladder had other ideas. I took the urinal to his right and did my business as fast as I could. That's when I felt his eyes on me. I tried to ignore it and keep my eyes on my feet, but something compelled me to look up. And there he was, his eyes locked on mine, slowly fixing his drooping frown to a sinister, twitching grin. He pulled down his poncho hood, revealing a tattoo on the side of his bald head that I couldn't quite make out. I backed up and the man followed, imitating my movement and maintaining eye contact like his head was a gyroscope. It was at this point I noticed the partially see-through poncho was in fact his only article of clothing. I yelled, "You dude, what the heck?" as I lifted my hand, blocking my vision. But when I could smell his wretched odor get closer, I split my fingers, creating a small peephole. The man's face was only inches away from mine, with an inhuman smile that stretched to the sides of both of his eyes. His eyes consisted of only a black dot pupil slowly dilating, pearl white sclera, and no iris. His ivory teeth were sharp daggers, tainted yellow and rotten dry red. He wailed nonsensical words that reverberated off the walls of the cramped bathroom. I screamed at him to stop, hoping someone would hear me, but he just kept moving one step closer as I took a step back, his smile growing wider and wider. I could feel my heart pounding in my chest, and I knew I had to make a break for it. I frantically tore open the bathroom door, praying that he wouldn't lunge at me as I fled. 2:38 p.m. Susan from HR brought me a free t-shirt. Thanks, Susan. 2:45 p.m. Security came by to get my report of the incident. As far as they can tell, it's just another crazy homeless person. I tried telling them there was something different about him, that his smile was unearthly, but they thought I was being hyperbolic. 3:59 p.m. After making a long pit stop in the break room to fully decompress, I returned to my desk to find a cardboard box. It lacks any address, and the cardboard is weirdly fresh without any dirt or damage. I think I'm going to open it. And that's it. After that point, just 1 minute after, I woke from my daze apparently. I don't remember any of these events. I don't even know this FedEx driver that I apparently lost my cool with and allegedly knew from the prior week. And that guy in the pink poncho? I'll have to ask Dan at IT if he has access to the security tapes and get his report I submitted to security. The only evidence I have that this happened is that I'm wearing the new FBI logo embroidered shirt Susan gave to me. I want to be clear again. I'm clean as a whistle. I haven't taken any drugs or even had a drop of alcohol. So unless I'm developing early dementia, does anyone know how this could have happened? I appreciate any comments or insights that you may have to offer, and I'll make sure to respond to them this week. I'll also post a follow-up with any new information I come across, as well as some other stories from my past that I think you'll find interesting. Thank you for reading.